OK, let's move on now to another issue that I think, had it not been for the whole Bob Carthing and the reshuffle and the leadership ballot, would have got some attention, and that is that Tony Abbott was challenged in the party room over his very generous parental leave scheme, challenged by Russell Broadbent and Sue Boyce. He's certainly standing by it, and I think you can take his word for it that it's a core promise. Have a look at this.
We will definitely implement it.
You will
definitely implement it.
At that rate.
We will definitely
non-negotiable.
We will definitely
should you become Prime Minister.
Look, I can understand why some of my colleagues have reservations about a fair and paid parental leave scheme, because a decade ago I had my own reservations about it. But we've got to move with the times. We've got to indicate that we finally get it where modern Australian women are concerned.
Now, what he's saying there quite plainly is he's doing this because he wants to demonstrate that he gets it, that he gets modern Australian women.
I mean, this whole policy was to reboot Tony Abbott's image with women. When he started, you know, clearly the female population was his hardest to win over, you know, because he was so aggressive and because of his various social views. This was the policy that rebooted his image with women, and that's why he's going to stick with it.
It's a small price for business to pay, isn't it?
Yeah, and if you remember, he announced it on International Women's Day, which was about as brazen as you can get.
But it is one of those things that is... It hasn't gone away in terms of the consternation within his own party room. In this instance, it bubbled up because it was, you know, in the context of an either-or choice. How come you're saying that the disability insurance scheme, where lots of families battling, you know, with the care costs and lack of services for their disabled children, can't get that sort of in the immediate short term, but we can fund this in government? And the Nationals have also had some long-standing concerns about this. You know, they look around at women's average incomes in their regional seats and say, well, hang on a minute, women here are earning, you know, 30 grand, 40 grand a year, not 150 grand a year. These women won't get the same amount, essentially, as top-earning women in the cities who could stand to get up to 75 grand out of the scheme.
Yeah, and I hesitate to sort of speak on behalf of the women of Australia, but
Go on, give it a red-hot go.
I would have thought that the women of Australia would want something more than a gesture.
75 grand is more than a gesture, my friend.
Yes, albeit a pretty expensive gesture. You know, but more than one thing to demonstrate that you get it with women.